concerning a recent UFO encounter and sighting. Astronomers are claiming that strobe lights spotted by pilots were actually celestial bodies. Now we know that concerning the UFO probes by Congress and the Department of Defense, NASA is also going to probe these UFO sightings and ask astronauts what their encounters were and what they saw. Now, these astronomers claim that these strobe lights spotted by pilots were celestial bodies. UFO sightings have seen an upsurge in recent years, but one particular intriguing incident, an eerie report from two pilots, has been explained by astronomers as being down to celestial bodies, quote unquote. On May 25th, 1995, American West Flight 564 had a close encounter with an unidentified flying object, a UFO. It was en route to Las Vegas, Nevada. Captain Eugene Tollefson and his co-pilot John Waller were at cruising altitude with a full cabin of passengers flying from Dallas, Texas, when a flight attendant spotted something strange ahead of them, and among a scattering of clouds, the crew reported strange lights in the distance. Although there was no interaction between the UFO and the plane, the close proximity of the sighting made it an extremely intriguing case. Mr. Waller contacted air traffic control in Albuquerque, New Mexico to report the object. A transcript of the exchange showed Mr. Waller saying, "Off to our 3 o'clock, got some strobes out there. Could you tell us what it is?" Asking what he could see, Mr. Waller said, there's a strobe and starts going on counterclockwise, and the length is unbelievable. Radar systems were not detecting the aircraft, so aircraft control in Albuquerque contacted the control tower at the nearby Cannon Air Force Base to see if they had any military aircraft in the skies. Air traffic control called the pilots back saying, "Cactus 564, we checked with Cannon and they don't have any weather balloons or anything up there tonight. Nobody up front knows any idea about that. Do you still see it?" And the pilots replied, "Negative. Back where we initially spotted it, it was between the weather and us. And when there's lightning, you could see a dark object. And it was pretty eerie looking," they said. The incident remains a mystery, but astronomers attempted to explain the phenomenon in the 2015 Smithsonian Channel documentary, UFOs Declassified Pilot Eyewitness. Seth Shostak, lead astronomer at the SETI Institute, told the documentary, quote, "The kinds of things that can fool even, I think, trained pilots are, for example, bright planets. For people who are not paying attention to the night sky very much, it's a little startling," end quote. The documentary's narrator explained that celestial bodies could have played a part in American West 564's bizarre experience. The narrator added, from 30,000 feet, a distant planet or star can appear to strobe, giving the illusion of a UFO, he said. Dr. Michael de Roberts, professor of astronomy at York University in Toronto, said that the UFO sighting was not necessarily as exciting as it could have been. He said there are extensive records of military pilots and commercial pilots seeing things in the sky that are unidentified. Some of the brightest stars can give an illusion that they're strobing, that they're changing brightness really rapidly. Dr. de Roberts suggested pilots might be fooled by phenomena that most people don't often see. He explained that as much as we respect our commercial and military pilots, part of their training does not include courses in astronomy and astrophysics. The sky is filled with apparitions and mystery, but not all of them are UFOs, he said. According to Space.com, 2021 saw an upsurge in UFO sightings, with both UFO and UAPs, unidentified aerial phenomena, set to receive even more attention this year. Mark Rodinger, scientific director of Center for UFO Studies in Chicago, says, "The effort to detect, track, and measure the UFO phenomenon in the field in real time has recently entered a new phase. The technology has gotten better, software tools have improved, and the current interest in UFOs has attracted new qualified professionals." Well, not only that, people, of course, look at the skies more often, and they have their cell phones, they can immediately take a picture or a video of what they see and post it online. Now, while one can't predict how soon we will gain new fundamental knowledge about UFOs, UAPs, I believe that these efforts are very likely to succeed and set UFO research onto a new foundation of reliable physical data, and as a consequence, we'll have even more evidence, as if it was needed, that the UFO phenomenon is real and can be studied scientifically, he said. And this is on Express UK by Charlie Pittock. Please leave your comments, and thank you for your support. Kindly support my Patreon account. The daily posts are 5 videos daily, and they are totally different from what I have on my YouTube channel. Thank you so much for your support, and that you find all my content so interesting. You'll find the Patreon account details in the description box below.